Good evening, everybody. My name is Nic Baisley. You are here live with Filmsnobbery. I am here joined tonight by my co-host, Jerry Cavallaro. Hi, Jerry.
Hi, everyone. Hey, Nick, and hi, everyone. Team Jerry.
Team Nick. And we've got a hell of a show for you guys tonight. We've got an excellent guest. He's a filmmaker. He's actually traveling abroad right now, filming his new movie, Kids Go Free to Fun Time. His name is Ben Hicks, and he will actually, he's going to be with us in 2 seconds. First thing I want to show you is a little introduction to Mr. Ben Hicks in the form of his Kickstarter pitch video, because it's one of the funniest videos that I've actually seen in a while for crowdsourcing, and I think that you guys would really get a kick out of it. So stay tuned, because in a second you're going to get yourself Ben Hicks' Kickstarter video, and then we will be joined by the man himself. So stick around.
Hi, my name is Ben Hicks. I'm a filmmaker currently living in Tokyo, and if you sit through this video, I promise I will dance for you. Kids Go Free to Fun Time is a drama romance about a couple living and traveling all over the world. And we see them go through Japan, through Taiwan, Germany, and eventually they decide to leave everyone and everything behind, and they go into the woods. We've currently shot the Japan portion of the film, and now we are completely out of cash. So we are coming to Kickstarter, and all of you to ask for help. If you donate to the project, we have lots of cool prizes. So cool that I will wear a sweater. If you donate $1, you don't really get anything, but we love you. If you donate $10, you get a DVD of my short films and a magnet. If you donate $25, you get a limited edition version of the DVD, Kids Go Free to Fun Time, that will only be given to those who donate to the film before it's done. Yeah, basically we just want to say that all you are awesome and want you to have a DVD that no one else can get. People who donate $50 get a limited edition poster. These posters are silkscreen. Some of them will be finger painted and all handmade by the producer, Renee Jamel. Donate $100, get a thank you at the end of the film and a fucking shark. Donate $500, you get to be an extra. Donate $1,000 and you'll get to be an associate producer. If you donate $5,000, you get to be executive producer. And I'll come to your house with a 30-pack, chill out on your couch, and you'll have a real director commentary. All donations are tax deductible. So thank you everyone for your time, and now for your dance. Gonna make it a real awkward one.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. I want to introduce everyone to the man that you just saw making a fool of himself on his pledge clip, a guy I would be proud to have a beer with, Mr. Ben Hicks.
What's up? How you doing?
I am doing phenomenal, because I have a very talented and awesome director on my show tonight. No offense to Jerry.
Dang, man.
So, Ben, where did you get the idea for your new movie, Kids Go Free to Fun Time, which is also one of the best titles ever?
We actually, I had this idea with the actress in the film, Carmen, and the cinematographer, Kuba. We came up with this idea maybe like 5 years ago, and then, but it was a little bit different. It was just about a bunch of Chicago kids that go to like the woods in Canada. And then but I wasn't like super happy with it. It just seemed too I don't know. I couldn't figure out characters that I felt like would really go into the woods and abandon everything. It just felt a little bit cliche. So in 2007, I met Renee Jermel, and she's the producer of the film. And we started dating, and actually, she's the one that asked, she's like, I'm thinking about teaching and living abroad. Do you want to do that? And I thought, yeah, that'd be killer. And then when she said that too, it kind of made sense for the film. I was like, that I just knew that like these characters had to be kind of world travelers, and it made sense for the film. So everything just kind of came together.
From what I understand, it kind of, from the description anyway, it kind of reminds me of a Globetrotting Away We Go, if you're familiar with that flick.
I'm actually not familiar with it, but
If I know anything about living overseas, is that you're about 6 months behind on anything that's come out, in the theaters or on DVD or anything like that. So,
totally, man.
yeah. So, but it's a basically that was a road movie about two relatively hippie, a relatively hippie couple that kind of tries to find their way, as they're traveling around and meeting people and stuff like that. And it sounds like it's similar to that, but on a global scale, and nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot about like just relationships too, and like a big kind of theme of the film is, a lot of these kind of globetrotting, these people who are traveling. It's a kind of a way to kind of postpone, trying to figure out exactly what you want to do, like settling down, starting a family, or getting a job. Like when you're traveling, you're working or teaching in these countries, but it's kind of a way of kind of postponing growing up, and that's kind of a big theme of the film.
Are you, aside from monetarily, and we'll get to that in a second, are you having any other challenges filming in a country that speaks your, not your native tongue?
To be honest, the filming actually went pretty smooth and actually worked to our advantage because, Japanese people are pretty shy in general, and we had a Japanese sound guy on the show, and when we were shooting, there's a few places where he was like, man, there's no way, he spoke English too, he's like, there's no way you can shoot in some of these spots. But then once, five foreigners jump out with a camera, like the police officers are too intimidated to actually say anything. So we got some pretty cool shots in like subways and during cherry blossom season, which would probably be impossible if we were an all Japanese crew. So it works to our advantage.
And from here, you guys are continuing the your global jaunt over to Taiwan, right?
Correct. Yeah, Taiwan. I'm in talks with the company right now, and they said they can get me out there in it looks like June now. So in June, I'll be out there in Taiwan and starting to do research and start working on the film.
That's awesome. It's very rare to hear of an independent filmmaker who has the ability to shoot literally on location when that location is not in his immediate driving distance.
Yeah, totally. And that's the thing too. It's so hard for filmmakers to stand out, and especially if you're dealing with films like people in their 20s. So I just thought, also, as opposed to it helped the story, but also it just really helped this film stand out a little bit, just having these foreign locations. So.
And this isn't your first foray into film. You've done some shorts and you've done some other stuff as well.
Correct. Yeah, I've done some short films, but this is my first feature film.
Okay. What are some of the short films that you've done, and where can people get them, or watch them, or see them?
I've got my short films pretty much all over the internet.
Oh, sounds like he might have dropped off, but he'll probably come back in a second. So, are you still there? I see him as being there, but he's not. We'll hear him back in a second. Yeah, he's coming back. So, while he's there, though, I do definitely want to plug his movie. His movie is Kids Go Free to Fun Time, which I really just want to say in a horribly racist tone. That stereotypical Chinese-Japanese kind of, an American being a Japanese person type of way. But I think that would be detrimental to the actual, situation. So, but yeah, no, so the cool thing about
Strawberry Happy Fun Show.
it is the Film Snobbery Happy Fun Show. Honorable Film Snobbery. Here we go. He's coming back. Hi, we missed you.
Sorry about that, brother.
No, no problem, man. What's up? So you were saying about how where people can rub up on your short films.
Yeah, you can actually, if you go to the website, we have for our film, kidsgofreemovie.com, that has links to both of my short films.
And one of them is a movie that you kind of did as a prologue almost to Kids Go Free to Fun Time, and that's Pea versus Carrot, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Nice. I'm writing your website down. Okay, that way I can plug it later. So what kind of inspired you to say not only I want to be a filmmaker, but really what was your motivation to say not only am I going to be a filmmaker, but I'm going to be a filmmaker in a country that is not my own.
I don't know. I mean, I've always, since I was, God, I don't even know, probably 4 or 5, I've always wanted to make movies. And I don't know, it's just always been something I want to do. It's the only thing I work on when I'm, not working. I try to write. I write all the time. And I don't know, it's just something I've always wanted to do. And the thing about Japan is, I mean, I personally, like, now with technology and stuff, anyone can make a film. Like, you just need a camera and a computer, but I really want to make something that I know would challenge me and just something I really, really want to see. So, yeah, I'm going all out.
You certainly are, and I want to congratulate you. For those of you who don't know, Mr. Hicks you watched the pitch video for his Kickstarter account, which you were actually the featured project today as well. So if everyone goes over to www.kickstarter.com, you'll notice that Kids Go Free to Fun Time is the featured project. And not only that, he actually tonight, and congratulations, sir, reached his $5,000 goal and then some.
Yeah, and thank you, Nick, I saw you donated as well. That's totally killer.
No, man, it's I know what you're going through as far as trying to do the fundraising stuff. I mean, we have an account over at Indiegogo, which is www.indiegogo.com/project-filmsnobbery. Donate. It's tough, and one of the things about Kickstarter is it's very time sensitive. So we knew that you only had at this point you have 38 hours to go, and you were only a couple $100 away, and I was just like I personally I said especially after watching your pitch video, I said I have to donate to this, and then not only that, I was just like I cannot see someone come to like 99.9% of the way to his goal and not make it. Like I couldn't see it. But congratulations, you made it. And I
just want to say thanks to everyone else who donated it. I mean, I think maybe 4 or 5 days ago, maybe 6 days ago, we had like $2,000 to raise. So these last couple of days, people really came through and brought it. So it's been it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, you're doing, what you're doing, and the way you're doing it is great. You're an associate of some other people that we've interviewed recently and have interviews scheduled with in the future. You're part of the New Breed over at the Workbook Project. It's what is it? It's newbreed.workbookproject.com.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, and how did you get involved with them, and how did that all happen, and kind of what is it for you? Like, what is New Breed to you?
Well, to me, New Breed, I mean, I would just always, kind of surf around the internet for this independent film news, just stuff going on. And there's so many problems with independent film right now in terms of filmmakers, getting their films out there and raising money with the way, how it's just working out with not being able to get distribution and stuff like that. So it just seemed like a lot of like-minded filmmakers were all just trying to figure out all these answers. And, I talked to Zach and I told him, I'm working on a movie. I'd love to, kind of be a part of it. And he graciously accepted. And yeah, it's just a killer groove. I've met lots of filmmakers now, and everyone's trying to do their own kind of thing. They're all trying to figure it out. Just by talking with them, I've learned a lot.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, first of all, Zach's a really nice guy. I mean, he was nice enough to come on the show earlier this week. He was nice enough to even, he's had a couple conversations with me personally, and he's, kind of invited us to do some work with him in the future and stuff like that too. And he's a very generous guy, and some of the stuff that he's got going on in the future is really good as well. So Zach, there you go, and I'll expect a check later. But Ben, so let's you're the reason why you had to raise $5,000 is because you were ostensibly stuck with the negative of your movie there in Tokyo.
Correct. Well, we have the negative developed because we're scared to have it, just sitting in the fridge. So the negative is developed, but we don't have enough money to transfer it to a kind of a digital format so we can start editing. So We're kind of stuck with this negative that we can't see. So this money was to do that, so we can check it out.
And what was your reasoning for shooting on 16 millimeter versus shooting digital in the first place?
Well, a couple of reasons. Like, one, I'm just a total kind of film snob, and I just love the look of 16 and 16 millimeter. I don't know, it just has a look that I feel it has a kind of intimacy that you can't quite get with digital. And I mean, digital, it's an amazing tool and it looks amazing and all this stuff, but for me to tell this story, 16 is the best format for it. And also, I mean, another huge reason was because I actually stole a ton of, well, maybe I didn't steal. I somehow managed to get a lot of 16 millimeter film.
You liberated.
I liberated.
You liberate. It's like, well, you're American. We don't steal anything. We liberate things.
I liberated a lot of Super 16 film, and yeah, so it was free. It was free to shoot film at the time. It was just we didn't have enough to.
Well, that's good because that basically covers one of the larger stumbling blocks in shooting on film, which is the cost of film. And of course, I know that you're feeling a little bit of the pain of the developing and transfer process after the fact. But yeah, I mean, I guess a lot of the reason why shooting on film in general is prohibitive is because of the cost of the film itself.
It is expensive, but I mean, to me, it's just like, I don't know, it's just a look that you cannot get with digital. And again, like, if I'm going to make a feature film, I'm going all out, so.
Yeah, okay. And you're not, I mean, you're not the only one. I mean, you look at other independent filmmakers like Lloyd Kaufman from Troma, and he, over the many years has said, I will shoot on nothing but 35 millimeter. Now, recently, because of his involvement with the guys who did Gamer and the guys who did Crank, Mark Neveldine and Brian Taylor, he was introduced to the red camera, and he feels that the red camera does finally have the color latitude that is similar enough to film, but at the same time, you don't have, I'm assuming, $30,000 to buy a red camera or possibly even to rent one. So, you take it where you can get it. But no, I agree. Film has a warmth to it the same way that records have a warmth to them.
Yeah, exactly. And we're kind of we're using 500 ASA, so we're trying to use like a film stock that has like a little bit more.
Has a little bit more what? Looks like we're going to get. Okay, well, he'll be back in a second, and he'll explain his film stock choices. But in the
one question.
I'm sorry.
This guy, why shoot on film? You could go and steal it.
But until he comes back, and while you're listening to us here, please feel free to go over to kidsgofreemovie.com and go check out his short P versus Carrot and some of the other developments that he has going on with his movie Kids Go Free to Fun Time. And then also make sure you check him out over at and the other directors of The New Breed over at newbreed.workbookproject.com. And just because he's made his $5,000 goal on Kickstarter does not give you guys an excuse to not donate to it, because every little bit helps. And he's now currently at $5,398. You can actually even donate just $1. And he'll love you for that. And actually, if you even read the pledge descriptions, they're actually really, really funny. And one of them, too, specifically says, and this is funny, is if you pledge $100 or more, it's the smooch level. And it says, special thank you in the end credits of the film, and a fucking shark. Plus everything above that. Everything that anyone else had donated below $50. But he gets a fucking shark. And Mr. Hicks has returned with us again. Thank you for calling Frank's Pickles and Penis Pumps. Can I slip you a pickle?
Sorry, man. Sorry. I'm like calling you in like an alleyway in Kyoto, like in the middle of nowhere. I'm like crouched behind this wall with my laptop.
You can admit it. You're hiding from triads.
I am definitely. Yeah, I'm hiding from the Yakuza.
There you go. So we were telling people to go still, even though you've reached your goal, to still donate to your Kickstarter account. And I told them if they do pledge $100 or more, they can get a fucking shark.
That's right. We have lots of fucking sharks to give.
Nice.
And the thing is, too, like, I mean, if you donate more, it's not like, I mean, we still have a lot more money to raise for the film in general. This is just our Kickstarter goal. And if you still raise, you'll still get prizes, and it's still going to go towards the film. It's not like we can't use that extra money. We still have that. After this Kickstarter, once we get to Taiwan, we're going to start doing, start funding for the Taiwan portion. And our plan is to, once we get this footage now, we're going to edit it, we're going to cut the whole thing and just post it online for free, just to keep spreading the word, and hopefully from that we can raise enough money to shoot the Taiwan portion.
I was actually even going to ask you, do you have any plan at all to, I mean, you've raised $5,000 here, and I believe you've raised other money as well before this $5,000 goal. Am I right?
Yeah. We raised a couple grand in Japan.
And do you believe that maybe you could take this as a means to say that you have an audience and an audience that is supporting your film, and maybe take this to either whether it's a foreign distributor or a domestic, and maybe get some sort of a pre-sale to help fund this movie on that way, to say that we've successfully reached several goals in funding through people, and we've built up an audience, and we have a you do have something to show for it. It's not like you're raising money and don't have anything filmed yet. So do you think that you might be able to use that kind of stuff to help maybe fund the rest of it?
Well, I'm definitely thinking that's going to help fund the rest of it, but I'm not trying to go through any kind of distribution. Like, I really want to self-distribute, and I really want to just kind of connect with fans of the film, because I really think kind of these distribution models that are out there now are completely dead, and I don't even see a point for a lot of filmmakers to even go through a lot of these distributors. And there's no point for like some of these distributors to even go to these filmmakers, because it's not, the way the system's set up now, it's not a good way to be profitable, basically.
No, a lot of it is set up so that you can say you've been distributed, and
exactly.
And I mean, not saying that there aren't some distributors out there who can't get your movie into a Best Buy or a Costco or a Barnes and Noble or something like that. But the fact of the matter is that that you really would have to connect with a distributor that has some sort of other connections. If you hook up with a guy who's only a onesie twosie type of place, I mean, your film could end up on a shelf and you have no rights to it if you're not that smart. Or you can end up with a film that's it's on Netflix, Amazon, and Hulu, and that's about it.
Yeah, exactly. And filmmakers are starting to figure out some of this stuff on their own. Like, I don't know if you saw like Aaron Crumley and Kieran Masterson. I've been talking with those two guys at Open Indie, and they're figuring out a way for filmmakers just to basically go directly to theaters, just based on fan support, fans demanding to see the film in their town, and then filmmakers have leverage to talk to theater owners in that area so they can make money off of it.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Aaron Crumley is going to be a guest later on this month on Filmsnobbery, so you guys who want to hear about Open Indie, stay tuned later this month for that interview. And as far as as far as that's concerned, yeah, I mean, Zach is kind of doing that. Zach Forsman's kind of doing that with his Cinefist kind of outlet, so that he can, he's approaching the downtown independent. He's doing screening series there, and I know several other filmmakers who are attempting to do the same thing. I mean, it's tough too. I mean, you sit there and you want to go you want to go theatrical. You really do, but the problem is that it's a proven money loss. I mean, it's unfortunately, and it's up to the filmmaker to turn that around at this point.
Totally. It's a money loss, and that's the thing is like now independent filmmakers can't sustain themselves, and that's the biggest problem. It's like, yeah, you can put out one movie on your own dime, but there's not enough. I think you guys did, I don't know if you talked to Ink or you guys have been talking about those. I read something on those guys that did Ink, and they had like 500,000 views online, but they don't have enough to pay off their budget. So it's a broken model, and right now, actually, some people and I've been trying to think of this, how to make this, how filmmakers can sustain for a year and a half. I've been working on this idea, and we just launched our splash page yesterday. We have a new site I can plug for a second, but it's called thenewindependence.org. And basically, we have an idea and a platform for filmmakers to make money, which is something a lot of people are trying to figure out right now. And we've got a model that I think is super killer. So if filmmakers want to check out that website and email us, I would love to talk to lots of filmmakers and show how this is all possible.
Yeah, I'm actually on. Oh, no, I'm not on that. I'm on another New Independence. Oh, I said .com, not .org. I'm an idiot. So, yeah, but everyone check that out, thenewindependence.org, and I'm going to definitely watch that and watch that develop, because there it is. The new home for truly independent film: find, be found, monetize, and sustain. And I think that's, the sustain part of that is really the... That's in my opinion, the most important part, because I think, like you said, it's really easy for anyone to pick up a camera and make a movie, but to be able to sell that movie, recoup, and then make another movie, that's really where it gets tough. I mean, you can sink your life savings into something and get nothing back for it, and then never make another movie again. But at least you get to say you made one. But to be a director, a filmmaker, in the truest sense, I mean, Spielberg didn't stop at one.
Yeah, exactly.
He didn't stop at Duel.
Like that, to use that example again, those guys that did Ink, I don't know their names.
Jamin and Kiowa Winans. They're really good people.
Yeah, I mean, there's definite big demand for that film, and so it's just kind of a shame that they can't. It's not that people don't want to support them; it's just people can't quite afford, or there's no platform available for people to kind of monetize on their fan base. And this site is going to be able to do that for people, for filmmakers.
Well, I'm definitely excited about that. I mean, I like you even have on here as a little question mark, sound too good to be true, and quite frankly, it does, and I really can't wait to see how that develops, because I really believe that's filmmakers need that for two reasons. I think they need that, again, there's a sustainability model that needs to be proven, and then there's also people are getting demoralized. I mean, and they're saying, like, I can go and make these films, and then what? The big question is, and then what? And no one really seems to have a perfect solution for that. I mean, there are a lot of sites that are opening up now to help with that. There's Open Indie, the Piracy Project, Workbook Project. I mean, there are resources out there. I mean, and then you even have distribution outlets like IndieFlix and Creative Space, stuff like that. But it's not the be-all, end-all, cure-all, and I hope that the newindependence.org definitely at least shines some more light on that, gives people a little bit more hope, and I think that's important.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, I don't want to have. I want to make films as a living, and I've been thinking hard about this model, and my team and I that I've been working with, we figured out a way we think that is great for film fans and for filmmakers. And I don't know, I just really believe in this idea. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't. And I wouldn't have put anything out there until I figured out the answer, which I've been working on for a long time. So we really got it. The only reason we didn't like put out all our information on the page is because it's a pretty different idea from a lot of other people are looking for. So, but you can email us. You know, we want to organize, you know, individual talks with filmmakers so they can be a part of this, and we can kind of launch this thing together.
Okay, and for those of you who aren't on the website right now, that's info@thenewindependence.org. O-R-G.
Yeah.
And no, it's good. I mean, I think that in general, we need a fresh perspective, a new perspective, and you know, that's part of what you guys are offering, and I think that's really good. And you're leading by example. I mean, you're out there, you're raising funds, you're making your movie. You know, you and the rest of the guys over at New Breed, and you guys are really. I'm happy to say, I mean, like every person I've talked to that's come out of New Breed and you know, it has been wonderful to talk to and full of new ideas, and I really appreciate that. And P.S. I appreciate you taking some time to come on the show and share share your ideas with us and the filmmaking community here, because you know, I think that again, I think people need to they need to find hope, and I think that's why people watch shows like this and listen to and want to come and listen to people like yourself. So
yeah, and that's why the New Breed is so cool, because I mean, and all these models that seem like they're successful, like with Open Indie seems like it's going to be successful. There's, I know, IndieScreenings.net. These are all being created by filmmakers because they know exactly what they need, you know. So there's other companies that they're trying to figure out, but it's, you know, like Hulu and stuff like that. It's kind of it's one method, but it's not the cure for the problem. So
nope, not at all. But that being said, do you have any? Now you go to, like we said, you go to Taiwan next. After Taiwan, you go to Germany.
Correct. Go to Germany, and then we're going to the woods.
And then the woods.
That.
Do you now? Speaking of the woods, is that woods located in any particular area, or are we just referring to it as nebulously as the woods?
Right now we are. I mean, because we haven't done like location scouting yet. There's a couple options we have, and people are giving us ideas of where they think we should shoot, but we just don't have it nailed down yet.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, I'll say good luck with Kids Go Free to Fun Time. If you need anything else, any more help, whether it be through Kickstarter or through anything else, please reach out to us. We want to make sure that you're successful, and also we don't want you to basically be the topic for Hostel 3. So, you know, you can. You can feel free to call on us anytime, and again, we appreciate you coming on the show tonight, and be safe out there in Tokyo. Continue to do what you're doing, and everyone, again, go over to, make sure you go over to Kickstarter.com, donate to Kids Go Free to Fun Time and Mr. Bill Hicks so that he can finish up his movie and get his butt back to, the homeland of Chicago and back in the States, and go from there, and again, check out thenewindependence.org, check out kidsgofreemovie.com, and thank you very much, Ben, for coming on. I really, really appreciate it.
No problem, man. Thank you, and I just want to say thanks again to everyone at Kickstarter, because, I don't know, it's just amazing.
I appreciate it. Joe, real quick, Jerry, do you have a question?
Yeah, I actually, before you go, I just wanted to ask, I was on thenewindependence.org, and I saw that one of the first things was, if studios have taken the word independent film from us, we need a new name. Do you have any ideas for a new name? Because we have one that we've been kicking around on the show for a while. So I was just wondering if you're looking for ideas, or if you have an idea for it.
Well, the idea we're doing is the new independence. That's kind of the
oh, that's the new name? You want to get that as the new name for it?
No, we just think the word independent film no longer means anything. So we're just we have a name. The new independence is something to kind of separate from people who have ties to studios versus people who are funding things truly independently.
Yeah, Jerry had this great
Okay.
Jerry had this great thing that he wanted to call it. You have people like Ted Hope who say truly free film, or other people who that are trying to come up with other basically synonyms to independent. Jerry came up with untethered films. Untethered films.
Yeah, films with no connections to studios.
Yeah. That's basically what we're trying to do, and this new independence is a platform for filmmakers who have no ties with studios.
Yep. And at the end of the day, I think that, and New Breed is a good example of this. I think that the way that filmmakers in the future, independent filmmakers in the future, are going to succeed is based upon collaboration. I think a lot of it is collaboration and some mentorship is also a big part of it, and I think that things like New Breed is a good example of you get a group of people, like-minded people together that can bolster confidence and kind of run things off of each other and stuff like that, and share new ideas. Then you got yourself a really good think tank there.
Totally.
So again, Ben, thank you for coming on. I do greatly. I cannot express my thanks enough. If not for any other reason, then I've knocked off another one of the New Breed off of the bucket list here of directors, and also you're like I think our first international call. That's not like Canada. Oh no, we had England, Canada, but they're all English speaking countries. So I think you're our first non-English speaking country call. And he's probably gone. Which is fine.
You scared him away.
It's what I do, man.
You had him on too long.
No, I think that the Yakuza got him. But, anyways. So, Jerry.
That's I think where Kickstarter really came from.
Well, so what we've got here is normally we would show you guys a trailer or a clip or something like that at the end here, but unfortunately, since this movie's not done yet, we don't have anything to show you other than we showed you his Kickstarter pitch video, which I again thought was hilarious. So Jerry, hi, and good to see you on another show. And we have a. It was funny. Jerry and I were talking before the show, and we were talking like, so what are we going to talk about after we have our guest on? And we both kind of came to the conclusion that nothing between Tuesday and Friday has really happened, with the exception of 2 or 3 things that I can, minor things that I can think of. So what I'm going to do right now is I want to talk about a couple of quick things, and then a couple of things that are a little self-aggrandizing. So the first 2 things are a couple new trailers. One of them was leaked, the other one was actually debuted, came out this week. First of all, the one that debuted was the next trailer for the movie Kick-Ass, and which is going to be the first movie premiering at the South by Southwest Film Festival this year. Jerry, what are your feelings on Kick-Ass so far?
Ready? This is going to be a pun that you're going to see everywhere. Kick-Ass looks kick-ass. I'm pretty sure that's like all over the place, and that's really not funny anymore, or ever was. But I think it looks great. Like you've been saying, there's really nothing that they've released so far that sucks. Like everything seems to be, exactly what you would expect of it, what you would want to see. Yeah. And, I haven't even seen the new trailer because I've already been hooked that I definitely want to see the movie. So I'm going to try to steer clear of whatever they release just because I definitely know I already want to see it.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing about that movie that makes me not like it. So that's good. Real quick, our guest Ben Hicks just came and returned to us to say good night to everybody. Sorry to make sorry to make you call again.
No problem, man. Just wanted to say bye and thank you so much. And me and my buddy are off to go see some whale sharks. So
nice.
That's a killer day.
Are you gonna go have a few beers and then taunt the whale sharks?
Yeah, exactly. Go swimming with them.
Nice. Challenge them.
Thank you again, and I thank all you Kickstarters for helping me out. It means so much to me. No idea.
Well, we'll know how much it means to you when we see the movie, because I'm sure all that emotion and that passion will be in every frame.
For sure, man.
So thanks, man. Go enjoy your time with the Sharks, or the fucking Sharks as we refer to them. And I think that's how I'm going to refer to Sharks from now on. Is that shark? No, the fucking shark.
Yeah.
So
Sharks are badass.
they totally are. I mean, and they have been since Jaws. Piranha, screw Piranha. It's all about the shark. So you have a good one, man. Go get lit, and I will. We'll hear from you in the near future, I hope.
Okay, for sure.
Have a good one, man.
Take care.
Good night. And
Thanks.
so for everyone else out there, we were referring to we were definitely talking about the movie Kick-Ass. Everything looks good on that. Thank you for Madival Media for actually just linking up the trailer, the Red Band trailer for the Hit Girl side of that. The Hit Girl and her father, played by Nicolas Cage, Big Daddy, looks to be not only hilarious but like the most well shot action scene involving a 12-year-old girl or whatever how old she is that I've ever seen in my life. And it's so good, so good.
You watch some action footage of 12-year-old girls, right, Nick?
Sir,
We're gonna start a whole scandalous rumor based on that comment.
can we not do that though? I would appreciate it.
It'll bring some hits to the site.
I don't want those hits. No, I already deleted enough spam off of our comment section. But
I don't think First Glance Film just posted the new Yahoo Kick-Ass trailer in our chat also, so check that out.
yeah, definitely check that out. Another thing I want to talk about. Speaking of the
I
first,
was just gonna say, unless you're like
Jerry, shut the fuck up. No.
yeah.
One of the okay. One of the things I want to talk about is the First Glance. Jerry, I will hang up on you.
I swear you're echoing so much now, and you're like breaking up.
Well, that sounds like your problem, not mine. But that being said, let's continue. One of the things next thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about the First Glance Film Festival. And again, their call for entries opens on February 13th, 2010. That's for their Philadelphia Film Festival. And you guys definitely need to check that out. Let's see here. One thing I want to give out there also information-wise is that the deadline for that call for entries, the early deadline is in March 13th, 2010. The late deadline is in May. And the event is scheduled right now for October. So, I mean, you've got more than enough time to get everything together that you guys need. If you need any more information, go over to firstglancefilms.com and check it out under their Philadelphia link. It gives all this stuff there. It tells you how to sign up and everything. All genres are accepted. Shorts, features. They've got some real kid-friendly programming that they're trying to do. So if you've got any type of children's programming you want to throw in there, or family-friendly programming, definitely do that. Bear in mind, I mean, these guys are named as one of the top 10 film festival investments, by Movie Maker magazine, and they've also been talked about by Time magazine as well. And speaking of magazines, one of the I'm going to get into a little bit of self-aggrandizing here. I urge everyone. One of the things I was talking about earlier this week, if you were following my tweets, was I was saying, "Wow, I'm really, really excited about something," or I got an email that just made my day. And what that is, and I'm going to share it with you guys, is back in early December, Movie Maker magazine did an interview with me about Filmsnobbery. And since then, I'm sitting there and I'm waiting, and nothing got posted on their website, because I assumed it would have been. And so I emailed the editor and I said, "Hey, Jen, what's the situation? And do you know when it's going to be posting online?" And she said, "No, it's not posting online, silly rabbit. It's going to be printed in the Sundance edition of their next magazine." So if you guys, January 21st, I believe, is when Sundance hits, is also when their new magazine hits newsstands. You will find a profile on Filmsnobbery, which is I gotta tell you, I was blown away when I heard that. I was just absolutely blown away, and I'm really excited. We very happy, very happy. So, you happy, Jerry?
Yep, it's for their filler issue.
It's what?
I said, yeah, it's for their filler issue.
And I hate your face. I don't know why I'm fighting for you all the time. But whatever.
I'm joking. I want to say congratulations, Nick. I haven't had a chance to talk to you yet since I heard the news. So, not face to face, but
Right.
actually talking to each other. So, congratulations. That's really an awesome honor to be in their magazine. So,
Well, I'd say it's congratulations.
very,
It's congratulations to both of us because both of us are and everyone here in the audience too is what makes up Film Snobbery. I mean, everyone that watches, everyone that participates and helps bring this stuff out both on the site and on the show is we're all Film Snobbery. We're all independent. I am indie, you're indie, all that kind of stuff, and I think
So,
that
congratulations.
yes, congratulations to all of us.
Congratulations. You make us come here. Well, that sounded bad, but you're the reason we're still doing it.
I don't make
Otherwise,
people
you
come
could
here.
just
I
walk
beg
us
them
out.
to come here.
Yeah.
But no. But again, thank you to everyone for that. Another thing that I definitely want to talk about is he's not in the chat tonight, although I thought he would have been. But it looks
Actually,
like
before we get to anything else, Nick, you said you wanted to talk about 2 trailers, and one that was leaked, and you never mentioned that, and there were some questions about it in the chat.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if you went back to it, but
Yeah,
I figured,
I'll
let you know.
I'll segue into it right now. Hello, awkward segue. I'm Nic Baisley. So the other leaked trailer was the one that was leaked was the trailer for the new A-Team, and oddly enough, I didn't hate it. Like, I'm actually kind of want to see it. They used they used the few quotes from the classic TV series. I love it when a plan comes together. The trailer was basically cold opened, kind of partially throughout it, with the if you have no place else to turn and you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team. That whole spiel that they do. It was very, very nostalgic. They used some of the older, I'm sure somewhat modernized, but older theme music and stuff like that. And I was just really, really happy to see that. Bobby Bless in the chat room here says Bradley Cooper looks ripped. I'm really not looking at that. However, I will say that the van looks cool. And someone said clumsy monster here in the thing says 18 trailer was weak, too much nostalgia. Yeah, but I like nostalgia. Like, I like it when they take the shit from my childhood and if they redo it and they make it just as good or better, I'm happy with that. It's when they take stuff from my childhood and shit on it that I have problems. And Sea-Dog, hello. Thank you for stopping in tonight. We appreciate it. We got a couple new faces here. I'm really happy to see that. I wish I had stuff to give away. Do I? Hold on. Do I have some? No, I don't. Not tonight anyway. But that being said, we actually just gave away a whole bunch of stuff on our last show, so you missed out on that one. But stick around, keep coming back, because we generally do have giveaways every now and again, and they're pretty good stuff. They range anywhere from signed posters to DVDs, T-shirts, the whole nine. So. Or Jerry will come to your house and he'll give you a lap dance.
I thought it was you that was giving the lap dances, Nick.
I get the lap dances, you give them. That sounded wrong.
That's it.
Nice.
Everyone wants to see that episode.
Oh, everyone wants to see a little Nick on Jerry action. So Bobby's off Team Jerry and Team Nick. but I want to thank everyone who's joined the show tonight, and we only have about 10 minutes left before the show ends. But Jerry, do you have anything that has kind of come up, or anything that you want to talk about? Oh, actually, real quick. About the Movie Maker magazine thing. If you do want to get that Movie Maker magazine, maybe see that article, just get it in general, you can get it wicked cheap. If you go to www.moviemaker.com/subscribe/filmsnobbery, you can actually get a 1-year subscription of Movie Maker magazine for $6. And that's like 3 cups of coffee, 2 cups of coffee.
What?
Oh, don't make me say it again. I don't know. I got nothing.
This is a terrible plug.
Well, I know.
That just went nowhere. But yes, you. Oh, Bobby Bless wants to know if you want a year subscription to that.
No, I don't think he did. I don't think he did either. That does not sound familiar at all.
I don't think we give away subscriptions to that. We give away subscriptions to Script Magazine.
That's right. Yeah, maybe Bobby, maybe you got one for Script Magazine, and if you did, I probably forgot to put in for it because you should have gotten it by now. Did you get your Jerry? You got your new episode of Script Magazine, right? Did I say episode issue? You
I don't think I never got an email either.
Really, that's interesting because I got mine, and I know Marinelle got hers, and so.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll have to figure that out because I'm pretty sure I submitted in for it. Maybe check your spam folder or some crap.
I check my spam folder because sometimes my MySpace messages, and I talk to some of my bands through MySpace that are in the film, so I get spam messages from them. So I check my spam every day. So no, I haven't gotten any spam.
Fair enough. So
that's what I was going to bring up, because I was going to say, if you don't subscribe to Movie Maker magazine for Nick to read his interview, you should at least subscribe for me, for Team Jerry, because I may or may not be mentioned as Nick's amazing co-host. Most likely I'm not, because Nick doesn't remember me when the spotlight's on him. But I'm honored to be part of the show, so get the magazine, read the interview, and then love the rest of your year subscription to it.
But, that being said, I mean, regardless of whether or not I'm in the magazine or whether or not we do any type of deals with them or anything like that, it's actually a pretty good magazine. That is actually a truly independent magazine. It's not owned by, the Time. It's not owned by, the Times or Viacom or any other conglomerate. It's its own separate entity, and their articles are generally really, really good. They get good gets as it is, and they associate with really good companies like ours. Definitely check it out. And it's very good. So, and you know what? We mentioned them briefly. Script Magazine is also really good. If you're a screenwriter and you're always looking for new tips on character development or how to plot out a scene or how to some editing tips, this, that, and the other thing, as far as how to edit for a screening, for a script. Definitely check that out because Script Magazine really does have some good articles in there as well, and they're also partnered with, or they're owned, I think, by the people who do Final Draft. So if anyone else is qualified to talk about scripting, it's the people from Final Draft because they make script writing software. So let's see. First glance. There you go. First Glance Films just offered right here. How about starting next week? First Glance Films will give away 1-year subscriptions to Movie Maker through Filmsnobbery Live. I'm all for that. So, sponsored by First Glance Film. That sounds like a perfect start to my show. So, excellent. So we're about out of time. We're actually we got a couple minutes, but I don't. Still, guys. Today was a rough show. There's just nothing to talk about in the movie world right now. Everyone's prepping for Sundance. Everyone's prepping for South by Southwest. Everyone's. Hell, I even got my application today for Tribeca, and a lot of people are even asking, "Are you going to Sundance? Are you going to South by Southwest?" I'm telling them no. And the reason why is because, quite frankly, they're what independent is. They're to independent film what a studio is to independent film. So I just have no interest in that at all. Yeah, there are a lot of 3D films that are in the works, Bobby, but I gotta tell you, how indie is that technology? I mean, I have never seen a 3D independent film.
I have. It was not good. It was Night of the Living Dead 3D. They did a remake of Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, is that the one with Sid Haig?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And that was the red and blue glasses 3D technology that really was not good.
No, it certainly wasn't. But
Yeah.
all right. So that being said, yeah, we're going to cut it out for the night. But I appreciate everyone for showing up. I want to give shout outs to Sea Dog, Bobby Bless, Clumsy Monster, First Glance Films, Get Stuck, which is yourself, Jerry, Mataval Media, Phil on Tilt, Sacred Flesh, and myself, as well as anyone else who's actually watching but not participating in the chat. Why you're not participating in the chat, I have no idea. You really should be, because we got a great group of people in here, and everyone who's actually new here, Sea-Dog, Clumsy Monster, thank you for showing up. I greatly appreciate it, and please stay tuned for our Tuesday shows as well. That being said, everyone, you can see us every Tuesday and Friday nights at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we go for about an hour. We've got some great guests lined up for the rest of the month. We've got Aaron Crumley for Open Indie, Slav Rubin from Indiegogo. We've got Hugh Rhodes, director of St. John of Las Vegas. We've got a great ton of guests, and we want you guys to be here to hear them all.
Yes. You have the always witty banter between Nick and myself.
Yes, Team Nick and Team Jerry.
Yeah, Team Jerry all the way. And in addition to that, I will start talking a little bit more about Stuck Like Chuck 2 and the process of that. Hopefully starting soon once we get 100% official approval from the Orlando Film Festival.
Yeah, stay tuned for more production info on Stuck Like Chuck 2. And if anyone wants to go see more information or get Stuck Like Chuck, go to www.stucklikechuck.com. That's Jerry Cavallaro's movie. Definitely check that out. You can follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/filmsnobbery. Follow Jerry over at twitter.com/getstuck. And please, feel free to interact with us in any way possible, and we'll definitely we look forward to it, and we appreciate everyone for being here. And King is a Fink, I see that you're in there. Unfortunately, you're a little late to the table today, but we'll get you on Tuesday. So good night, everyone. Have a great evening, and we look forward to seeing you guys next Tuesday, and I guess on Twitter over the weekend. So later.